Uh, hey, I didn't know anyone was there. Say, I've been really itching to talk to someone about Prohibition. Do you know anything about Prohibition? Well, let me paint you a little picture. See, Prohibition was all started by this 18th Amendment, and, well, it didn't go the best it could have gone. You see, the 18th Amendment was ratified on January 16th of 1919, but it didn't come into effect until a year and a day later in 1920 on January 17th. I don't know why it took so long, but it did. And what it did was banish alcohol. No drinking alcohol, no serving it, none of that. Can't be imported from anywhere. And you might be wondering why. Because alcohol is a big part of America today. But the truth is, the people who wanted alcohol banished were mostly religious people and women. You see, religious people considered alcohol, and they said, well, alcohol is causing health problems, and our ideals are to create healthy people. We want everybody to be healthy, and that's very respectable. However, the woman just said, our husbands are getting drunk, and they're buying all this alcohol, and we don't like that. They're spending all our money. They're never here. They're always at the bar. A main reason behind Prohibition was crime. Crime was way up, and people blamed alcohol. You know, people were drunk, they weren't thinking right, and they were doing crime. That's pretty funny because it really backfired, you know. Now, there started to be even more crimes, alcohol crimes. People were serving alcohol even though it was illegal, and places like this were usually speakeasies. That's pretty cool. They were like secret little bars where you could go and get some alcohol in you, you know? During the Prohibition, crime had changed. Now gangs were doing stuff like running speakeasies and smuggling alcohol instead of whatever they were doing before. One well-known gang leader is Al Capone. His gang was all about the alcohol. He ran many speakeasies. They fought to have control over the smuggling routes, and it even led to the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, where Al Capone's men disguised themselves as policemen and fought with a rival gang. So yeah, that didn't end too well. The Great Gatsby is a book that was published in 1925, and it tells us a lot about Prohibition. Not only do we learn about alcohol being served in speakeasies, but we also learn another technique. A character in the book, Gatsby, has apparently made most of his money by selling alcohol in drugstores over the counter. We find this out in chapter 7 when another character named Tom does research on Gatsby. He basically pays someone to investigate Gatsby for him, and with this information he calls him out, and now people think differently about him. Prohibition ended up not being the best idea. They could have enforced it better. They could have put limits on it instead of straight up banning it. But they did straight up ban it. And because of that big decision, there were big consequences. Alcohol became cheaper, and now people continue to drink alcohol even though they knew it was against the law. So, on December 5th, 1933, the Prohibition ended because of the 21st Amendment being ratified. It basically nullified everything the 18th Amendment said about limiting and getting rid of alcohol. So, it's over, yay! It only lasted like 13 or 14 years. So now, all thanks to the 21st Amendment, I can say cheers and enjoy a nice cold one. Invigorating.